Alright, hello and welcome to a shitty guide on how to kill the first secret boss, Land Dragon, in EC Hell mode. So to start off, I'm going to alter the original kill order a little bit. Normally, you do Dino and then you go to Alligator boss right there. However, I would still recommend killing Alligator boss first, but when you start progressing Land Dragon, I would recommend not killing Alligator first. I would recommend just leaving him there because Land Dragon does not spawn soul stones, and so if you die there, you have like no way to get soul stones back. So I recommend leaving Crocodile up and unlocking both Crocodile and Ice Dragon or Sea Dragon before you you get 4 soul stones spawning on the map before going to Land Dragon. So to start off, if this is your first time you just killed T-Rex, just come down here. You need someone with high fishing. They will fish up the pool. They will fish up a pool. They'll be right here. It will give them bait, and then it spawns this portal down here. You enter this portal and you run all the way over here to this pool over here. There will be a gold fishing pool that spawns in this pool, and you use the special bait you get on it. I think you can do it with above 15 fishing. I think is minimum, but it might take a few tries. So basically, just get your best fisher in the group to fish up this thing with the special bait that you got from in between the T-Rex and the Crocodile boss. So fish it up, and it will spawn the boss. It will put you in combat, and you just leave and reset, and they'll spawn soul stones. Let's see if I showed up. They'll spawn soul stones right here, and so this is where the boss spawns. Spawn soul stones here, and then you have your friends start the Crocodile boss for you just by talking to the NPC there, and you'll get 4 total soul stones that spawn around the map. See, here's those soul stones at Crocodile boss. You just take them, and then you go back to Land Dragon. And you do this, you take the port to Lightning Tyrion, or Electric Tyrion, and instead of going to the right, the portal, you go into the blue portal. You normally have to talk to the NPC right there, and then he'll just allow you into this area. So just come down here, right where this heart is on the map. So you'll just get here, and then this, don't go past this because it'll start the boss, but this is the basic boss. This is where it spawns. Alright, so now let's pause that, load up the next video. Okay, so this is where he spawns, or this is the ground platform you really have to work for. Let's get into the actual map first though. Okay, so this is a little bit confusing at first, but this is where you enter. This is right here, right around here is where it starts the boss. Everyone mounts up, you run down, and then you get into this area. So the 2 green are the 2 Spirit Shapers. The green Spirit Shaper is the healer of the main tank Vanguard, who tanks it generally against the wall. And then the second Spirit Shaper is a Spirit Shaper who heals basically this area. They heal the three melee. Well, preferably just the 2 melee. They heal the 2 melees that are inside of the body if you're running 4 melee. If you're not running 4 melee, then they just heal probably like the 1 melee in the body, and then the rest of the people out here. But basically, they're here to be within range of the 2 melee in the boss. And then 1 melee on the outside front thing where the little hitbox is. And then the range just spread out. The range and healers just spread out 5 meters, preferably like 7 or more, just to be safe away from each other, because when lightning comes down, it will basically one-shot them unless they're extremely tanky if they're near other players. And I've heard that sometimes pets also register as players and can cause one-shots, which is also why I really recommend getting 4 sets of soul stones on this boss. Soul stones basically can carry you on this boss pretty easily. Okay, so you just DPS it down. Yeah, I think I'll just go into the video and I'll show you what happens after a certain amount of time. Just working it out. Okay. As you can see, everyone mounts up. You do a countdown. You start running down. Especially as a melee on this boss, and I guess range as well. Okay, don't do what I did and jump in like that because it'll register as a combat dash. But there is a hitbox right in front of him. That is what you want to target if you're a melee, and I'm pretty sure range target as well, because otherwise you'll be too far away to hit with the thing. And see, since I'm playing melee, and we have 4 melees, we have the 2 inside of the body, about 5 meters apart, and 5 meters from the tank as well. And then we have the 1 Vanguard outside. So it's me and another Blade Master outside here. Our healer is over in this general area. I'm not sure exactly where, because I can't see any of the mechanics of this boss, to be honest. And so you're inside, you're DPSing. This whole thing is just a DPS. You just want to get as much DPS out as possible. This debuff right here is a little ticking debuff that'll deal damage to you every couple seconds. And once this hits 4 is when like you actually need to move. Besides this, you want to stay in the same place. Oh yes. Main thing to this fight, you need to be extremely tanky. It does horn rays, which are almost, as far as I know, they're not like detectable, but they will almost one-shot you, if not one-shot you. And so another good reason to have soul stones on this boss. Okay, so 3 stacks. You want to wait until you get 4. When you get 4 stacks, you want to run out, and there's this little circle on the floor right here. It's a little like pentagon or circle, and you run into it and run out immediately. Don't stay in it, because when you stay in it, you soak up the amount of charges it has, and it only has enough charges to heal or to remove the debuffs from everyone in the party, and then like 1 or 2 more. So if you sit in this, and you get to 4 stacks and it's gone, people are just going to die because the dot starts hitting for an extreme amount, and it's not healable. So do not stand in this if you're ranged. And then just clear it at 4 stacks, and then go back to DPSing the boss. You should get another stack. Also be careful when you go there, because as you can see, a couple of people just tried to reset their stacks, and they got one of the mechanics on them, which does more damage if there's people within 5 meters of you, and does damage to those people as well. It one-shot a couple people. And then you just go back to DPSing the boss. You'll get 1 more stack, and then eventually the boss will go green, and he'll be unkillable. He instantly went up to 76%. It's kind of based on how much damage you do. See, Zeth, the occultist and the... Okay, hold on. Let me explain this real quick. The occultist, the main tank, and a healer stay at the bottom. The occultist and the Vanguard will have to swap off their pull abilities. Basically what you're doing when you're down there is you're ignoring the 2 little red zombie ads. They don't really do anything. But when you see a white zombie spawn, and sometimes they can spawn inside of the tail. I think they generally spawn around here. I've never done it before though. They can spawn like anywhere in here. You do not let the white zombie hit the boss, or it will heal up a bunch of HP. And if he hits 100% HP during this phase, he will reset. It's basically like you'll kill him and it'll reset. It'll look like you kill the boss, but you did not kill the boss. So do not let those white zombies hit the boss. I think you can DPS and kill them, but basically just don't let them hit the boss. Okay. And so when he goes green, your entire party besides the main tank and a cultist and a healer, they're going to want to start running up this path. This path is a little bit confusing, but I'll show you in a second. So all the rest of the 7 people start heading up this path. Let's show you the path. So this is where you ran down. It's just a couple cliffs. Do not go up here. This is a waste of time. Just roll behind the boss. And see, there's just this pathway behind the boss. It's annoying because he really glitches into this path and makes it almost impossible to see. The ranged DPS, they can stay here and DPS the ads that spawn. Melee DPS, time your double jump to make that jump and start DPSing this boss. when you successfully kill a set of ads, you will get a big ad here. Do not completely focus this and blow all 3 stars on this. You need to time out your 3 stars. Like here, I'll use Vortex, and I'll do a decent amount of damage because someone else penetrate. You don't want to do all your 3 stars at the same time, or else you won't kill these and you won't get the big ad, and the boss will heal. So you slowly DPS down these, you use them for energy, and just DPS them, and then you spend most of your damage on these 3 ads. So after all these are killed, see, now the third one spawned. There's 3 sets. After you kill the 3rd big ad, you can just roll down. Skipping ahead for time's sake. Yep, see, kill the last ad, and then you can just roll down from here. If you roll, be careful though, if you roll to the other side, if you roll to this side on accident, or accidentally jump off, you die, and you do not get counted for loot if you ended up down there, and you cannot be rezzed. And then after that, it's basically phase 1 again. You just have, you start out with 1 stack, but you have basically the same amount of time to do everything. Once you get back up to 4 stacks, you want to get out of there, you want to reset your stacks, and you want to get back to where you were. Don't mingle around, stay 5 meters away from people at all times possible. And then after that, it's just burn. If you need to go up again, then I believe that you can go up again, but you shouldn't need to. Your DPS should be high enough to not do this. Then just from there, it's just straight up burn. I was extremely pain spiking at this, so ignore it, but that's basically the entire fight. It's just phase 1 again. Just DPSing the boss as much as you can. And that's basically it. It's a hard boss, but having soulstones definitely makes it easier. So I definitely recommend delaying Alligator and Sea Dragon until after this boss. Alright, thanks for watching.